you back to another edition of Beyond the Walls, presented by Lehigh Valley Health Network. Dan Freemuth and Christy Fulkerson back with you, and we are pleased to be joined by a couple of members of the Lehigh Valley Steelhawks, Darius Prince, Matt Tralli. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us. I guess let's start with this. We just spoke to your coach about how fun it was to pick up the victory this weekend. Darius, let's start with you. What's it like to be part of a game like that where everything is clicking for you guys?
It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. First off, Coach Thompson put us in a very great place. We came off a bye week and had us prepared. We had a great week of practice. Like he said earlier in the show, he felt like this was our best practice. I felt the same way. But, I mean, there's no better feeling than playing in front of your home crowd, you know, getting them involved in the game and going out there and dominating the game in all three phases.
Take a look at some of your touchdowns. You had 4 of them over this past weekend, tied right now for second most in the league. What's it been like for you transitioning from your rookie season into year number 2?
I mean, I'm handling it pretty well. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I got to go out there when my number's called. You know, I gotta perform. Got to catch the ball when it's thrown my way. And Coach T and Warren does a great job of, you know, making sure that I'm a part of the game and taking care of business and making plays.
Matt, obviously the offense was a big part of Saturday's victory, but defensively and the specialty teams also chipping in as well. So what's that like when you're on the sidelines watching the defense come up with a big play, watching a big kick return? What a big boost can that be for you guys?
Oh, it's huge. You know, those are, you know, 2 more phases of the game that, you know, you need to click on all cylinders to win a game. So it's definitely a big aspect of the game, and it's definitely, you know, provides us energy and a boost to do what we do on offense.
You've been able to contribute both as a wideout and also as a kick returner. You scored in your first game back here against Dayton, which, you know, this is the team coming back to the PPL Center. What has it been like for you transitioning to the indoor game in your first year?
You know, it's an experience. It's definitely different. It's fun. It's a little more like kind of like a backyard football, so it's kind of, you can improvise and you know, use all your talents. But you know, it's definitely a fun experience. I'm learning as the season goes on. I think I'm getting better every week in that.
It's always nice for our fans to kind of understand some of your guys' football background, where you've been and what brought you here to the Lehigh Valley. So Darius, let's start with you. Kind of take us through high school and college and your football career path to this point.
Well, high school I played football, basketball, and ran track. College I ended up going for basketball instead of football. And after college I decided that I loved the game and wanted to get back into it. So, you know, I was able to be blessed by the Lehigh Valley Steelhawks and got an opportunity, and just trying to make the best of it. You know, I love it, and I wish I could, well, not wish, but I hope I can excel to a higher level at some point.
And I guess, Matt, how about for you? You're from New York, right? You went to Marist, did play college football, and just not that long ago, right? 2015 was your last year. So what's your transition? You know, how did it start for you? How young were you when you first started playing?
I mean, I probably started football probably when I was 5 or 6 years old. So I've been playing football basically my whole life. I also played basketball in high school as well. But coming from New York, a small high school in New York, recruiting was tough. But I mean, I landed in a New York school. And it was Division I AA. It wasn't, you know, the highest level, but it was up there. And you know, that was a great experience to play at that level. And you know, when I finished my career there, I knew I wanted to play at the next level. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
You guys have had so much success offensively this season. It's led to a lot of points scored. It's led to a lot of touchdowns, and with touchdowns come celebrations. And we've got some video, I think, of some of the celebrations that you guys have enjoyed. I guess take us through some of these. Are these pre-planned? Are these organic? What's going on here?
Some of them are pre-planned. Warren, the sleep one on the wall, that's definitely planned. Warren scores a touchdown and he's like, oh, I'm going to sleep. So he jumps on the wall and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go jump with him.
I have a question about this one as well. Talk to me here. Where are you going?
We were supposed to go to sleep again on the wall. That's what was supposed to happen, but I can't let him just sit down there. He fell over the wall, so I have to jump over the wall after him.
A lot of sleeping going on, and is this
that's the canoe?
Rowboat?
Yep, that's the canoe. Yep, we rowed the boat, and the Georgia guy felt like he wanted to be part of our celebration.
What's going on there?
He wanted to be part of our celebration.
There's a lot of this. You and Brandon like to jump up on the walls, cheer for your fans. I mean, that's always nice. But this was a new one too. You hopped the wall, and you know what? Why not get a selfie?
Actually, I'll give Mike Clark credit for that one because I was running out of celebrations and he was just like, you know, we have a VIP section over there, so I figured I'd take a selfie. I'd take a selfie with the fans over there.
And
The old
there
army crawl.
we go.
This is, yeah.
The grenade, yes, it's good.
Now, obviously, you know, a lot of these celebrations come in the midst of you guys having such success offensively, winning games. Is that just all part of kind of the joy of this season so far?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, you're 5-1. We're having fun. The locker room atmosphere is amazing. You know, the practices. You know, we're going after each other. You know, and it's just a great feeling. So when we go out there and we perform and we excel at a high level, you score a touchdown. You know, you want to celebrate and have fun. And I mean, we're 5-1. It shows it all right there.
Matt's not quite as animated when he scores. He's just like, okay, we did this. Let's do this. I mean, is this you okay with this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it. It's just new to me. You know, if I did that back at Marist, I'd get flagged. I probably wouldn't even play the next couple of games. But it's definitely different. I mean, it's fun. I like it. But like I said, I'm not really used to it. So I gotta, you know, kind of learn from them.
And now we saw in a couple of those celebrations the ability to get your fans involved. And Darius, you touched on it. You know, you want to perform for your fans. You want to engage with your fans. How fun is that to have that closeness with them in the arena game where you can just hop the wall and, you know, take a selfie with some of the fans?
I appreciate the fans. You know, I mean, they take time out their evening to come support us. You know, they pay money to come watch us play. And I mean, why not make them a part of the game? You know, I love it. You know, if I came to a game and I sat in the front row and someone scored a touchdown, I would want them to come celebrate with me. So I try to make them feel as much of the game as possible, you know, because, I mean, they are there watching us, and I love it.
Now, you had some success against Dayton. We saw your kick return against them. The Wolfpack back in the building this week. I know there's not a whole lot of offensive film to watch of yourselves since you weren't on the field very much, but what are you preparing for this week with Dayton, a team that you did beat already but maybe is much better this time around?
Oh, I think that we have to have a more clean game. I mean, it was the first game, so we kind of both sides of the ball. You know, we were a little all over the place, but I think coming back this week, now it's week 7. We're definitely, you know, more in tune. So I think we're gonna play very well offensively and work on that.
Darius, you touched on it. You guys are 5-1. And, you know, the season's gone extremely well so far. You're having a lot of fun, but there's still a lot of work left to be done. What are some areas that you guys feel you can still work on to close out the regular season and be playoff ready?
I mean, just keep going hard at practice. You know, still executing on all 3 phases of the game, making our offense sharper, making the defense sharper. Special teams, like, believe it or not, special teams is a very big part of the game. So I just feel like as long as we go in there each week and practice and we execute and we're getting better each week, that's the most important thing. You want to get better each week. So I feel like as long as we could do that, I mean, we'll be fine.
How would you compare, I know, Matt, you weren't on the team last year, but last year to this year? Obviously, this team has had success, you know, pretty much every year you've been in the Lehigh Valley, but last year to this year, what do you like most about this team? And even though you weren't here, that gives you confidence, you know, heading into hopefully the postseason?
Both teams were successful last year and this year's team was both successful. I feel like this year maybe our locker room's a little more gelled together, you know, and that's a big deal, you know, when you're going to go prepare for a game. And, you know, our road trips are fun. We had 2 road trips so far this year and they were both amazing. We had fun. So, yeah, yeah, that's about it for real.
You know, I mean, coming from college football, I mean, just playing games and winning games. I've always been all about business every week. So, I mean, from my background, that's kind of what I bring into this team. But, you know, from being here for the past, you know, 2 months, you know, I think we are all gelling on all cylinders.
Well, you guys have had a phenomenal start to the season. You're off to the 5-1 record. Still a little bit of work left to be done, but we know you guys are up for the task. Best of luck the rest of the way, and obviously coming up this week against Dayton. Thanks so much for spending some time with us this week.